हेलो एवरीवन। फिजिक्स का थियरी समझने में जो डिफिकल्टी होता है उसे दूर करेंगे। न्यूमेरिकल्स कैसे इजीली सॉल्व करेंगे उसे बताएंगे। लास्ट लेक्चर में हम लोग सीखे थे व्हेन एसी वोल्टेज इज सप्लाइड टू ए सर्किट व्हिच हैज रेजिस्टर ओनली, देन द रिलेशन बिटवीन वोल्टेज एंड करंट, देयर फेजर डायग्राम एंड एंगल बिटवीन वोल्टेज एंड करंट। आज का लेक्चर में हम लोग सीखेंगे when AC voltage is supplied to a circuit which has inductor only, then the relation between voltage and current, their phasor diagram, their time diagram, and to find the curve for XL versus frequency, and to find the dimensional formula of XL. So, AC voltage is applied to a ideal inductor as shown in the figure. This is the ideal inductor which is given AC supply voltage. The AC supply voltage is V is equal to Vm sin omega t, ठीक है, where Vm is the peak value of the AC voltage and V is the instantaneous value of the AC voltage. Omega t is angle. Ideal inductor means the inductor which has no resistance. But ideal inductor is theoretical concept. Practically, it has some resistance. ठीक है. So inductor is a passive element. It takes power, and voltage source is a active source. It generates power. Now this is the closed circuit. Therefore current is flowing in the circuit. ठीक है. Let I is equal to AC current flowing in the circuit at any instant of time t. L is equal to inductance of the inductor, E is equal to induced EMF in L. So the property of the inductor is to oppose this change of AC current. That means when supply current is increasing, inductor tries for reducing the current. When the supply current is decreasing, inductor tries for increasing the current. And it does so by producing induced EMF. ठीक है. Therefore E is equal to minus L di by dt. This negative sign is due to opposition of change of AC current by inductor. ठीक है. Now this induced EMF, that is induced voltage, opposes the applied AC voltage to the circuit. That means induced voltage is equal and opposite to the applied voltage. Therefore, we can write V is equal to minus E. Here V is the instantaneous voltage. We know V is equal to Vm sin omega t, and just now we have calculated E is equal to minus L di by dt. So putting this value, we get V is m sin omega t equal to minus L di by dt. ठीक है. So Vm sin omega t is equal to L di by dt. We know AC voltage. We are interested to calculate AC current. Therefore, from this equation, we will find out current. So from this relation, di is equal to Vm by L sin omega t dt. So we are interested to find current. That means di to I. So integrating both sides we get, so integration of di is equal to integration of Vm by L sin omega t dt. Here Vm and L both are constant. So उसको इंटीग्रेशन का बाहर में ले लेंगे. Then I is equal to Vm by L integration of sin omega t dt. Sin omega t dt we write minus cos omega t by omega. So after simplification here we get current is equal to minus Vm by omega L cos omega t. So हम लोग को मालूम है V is equal to Vm sin omega t. That means voltage in sine function. But we get current in cosine function. So we have to convert this cosine function to sine function to compare with the voltage equation. ठीक है. हम सबको पता है sin pi by 2 minus theta is equal to cos theta. So in place of cos omega t, we can write sin pi by 2 minus omega t, because sin pi by 2 minus omega t is equal to cos omega t. ठीक है. So I is equal to minus Vm omega L into sin pi by 2 minus omega t. अभी हम लोग क्या करेंगे, ये नेगेटिव साइन को इनसाइड ले लेंगे. Then I becomes Vm by omega L sin minus of pi by 2 minus omega t. So minus of pi by 2 is minus pi by 2 and minus of minus omega t is plus omega t. Therefore, we get I is equal to Vm by omega L into sin omega t minus pi by 2. ठीक है. So when sin omega 2 minus pi by 2 is maximum, that is the maximum value of sin is 1, that is positive 1. Therefore, sin omega t minus pi by 2 is maximum, that is equal to 1. At that time, this instantaneous current will become maximum current, that is peak current. So, Im is equal to Vm by omega L. Now, this sin omega t minus pi by 2 is 1. So, I is equal to Vm by omega L into 1. That is, Im is equal to Vm by omega L. Putting this value of Im in this equation, we'll get I is equal to Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. So, I is equal to Im sin omega t minus pi by 2 is the AC current in the circuit. ठीक है. So, now we see time diagram. हम सबको पता है V is equal to Vm sin omega t is the AC voltage source. Just now we get I is equal to, that is AC current is equal to I equal to Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. So for different value of the angle, so different value of the omega t, now we will calculate V and I, that is instantaneous voltage and instantaneous current. So when omega t is equal to 0, V is equal to Vm sin omega t. In place of omega t, we will put 0. So sin 0 is 0. So Vm into 0 is equal to 0. ठीक है. Here I is equal to Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. In place of omega t, we write 0. So 0 minus pi by 2 is minus pi by 2. हम सबको पता है sin of minus theta is equal to minus sin theta. So minus Im into sin pi by 2. Sin pi by 2 is 1. So minus Im into 1, that is minus Im. ठीक है. Now omega t is equal to pi by 2. So V is equal to Vm sin omega t. In place of omega t, we will put pi by 2. So sin pi by 2 is 1. So Vm into 1 is Vm. ठीक है. Now I is equal to Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. In place of omega t, we will put now pi by 2. So pi by 2 minus pi by 2 is 0. Sin 0 is 0. So Im into 0 is 0. ठीक है. अभी हम लोग पुट करेंगे omega t is equal to, now we will put omega t is equal to pi. So V is equal to Vm sin omega t. In place of omega t, we will put pi. So sin pi is 0. So Vm into 0 is 0. Now I is equal to Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. In place minus pi by 2 is pi by 2. Sin pi by 2 is 1. So Im into 1 is Im. ठीक है. Now we will put omega t is equal to 3 pi by 2. So V is equal to Vm sin omega t. In place of omega t, we will put 3 pi by 2. Sin 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. So Vm into minus 1 is minus Vm. Now I is equal to Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. In place of omega t, we will put 3 pi by 2. So 3 pi by 2 minus pi by 2 is pi. So sin pi is 0. So Im into 0 is 0. Now we will put omega t is equal to 2 pi. So V is equal to Vm sin omega t. In place of omega t, we will put 2 pi. Sin 2 pi is 0. So Vm into 0 is 0. I is equal to Im sin 2 pi minus pi by 2. So 2 pi minus pi by 2 is 3 pi by 2. So sin 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. So Im into minus 1 is minus Im. So for taking the different value of the omega t, Now we'll draw voltage waveform and current waveform. Just now we calculated that when omega t is 0, V is 0. When omega t is pi by 2, V is the maximum value, positive maximum, that is Vm. And when omega t is pi, at that time V becomes 0. And when omega t is 3 pi by 2, at that time V becomes negative maximum, that is minus Vm. And when omega t is 2 pi, again V becomes 0. So putting all these value, we have drawn this voltage waveform. So this voltage waveform is V is equal to Vm sin omega t. And this waveform is drawn by taking angle along x-axis and instantaneous voltage along y-axis. Similarly, now we will draw current waveform. So just now we have calculated for different value of omega t, that is when omega t is equal to 0, we get current that is negative maximum, that is minus Im. And when omega t is pi by 2, at that time current 0. When omega t is pi, at that time current is positive maximum, that is plus Im. When omega t is 3 pi by 2, at that time current becomes 0. When omega t is 2 pi, at that time current becomes negative maximum. And omega t is equal to 5 pi by 2, at that time current becomes 0. So taking all these value, we have drawn this current waveform. Okay, so this is the current waveform, that is I is equal to Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. And this waveform is drawn by taking angle along x-axis and instantaneous current along y-axis. Okay. So since Vm greater than Vm by omega L, so this is Vm. So Vm definitely greater than Vm by omega L, because omega L is some positive quantity. That means Vm greater than Im, because Im is equal to Vm by omega L. Okay. So plotting both the waveform in one place, we will get this waveform. So along x-axis we take angle, along y-axis both voltage and current. Okay. So this graph, this is the voltage waveform and this is the current waveform. Therefore this waveform shows V is equal to Vm sin omega t. This waveform shows I is equal to Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. From this graph, we come to conclusion that voltage becomes 0 at omega t is equal to 0. Here, see, when voltage omega t is 0, at that time voltage is 0. But current becomes 0 when omega t is pi by 2. Voltage becomes 0 when omega t is 0 and current becomes 0 when omega t is pi by 2. That means first voltage becomes 0, then current becomes 0 after traveling the angle pi by 2. That means current lags behind the voltage by pi by 2. ठीक है. अभी देखेंगे फेजर डायग्राम. अभी हम लोग सीखेंगे फेजर डायग्राम कैसे ड्रॉ करते हैं. So we know that V is equal to Vm sin omega t. Here omega t is the angle and I is equal to Im sin omega t minus pi by 2. Here omega t minus pi by 2 is the angle. So angle difference is omega t minus pi by 2. So omega t minus of omega t minus plus pi by 2. So omega t cancel, so pi by 2. So angle difference is pi by 2. That means phase difference is pi by 2. Since we are applying the AC voltage to the circuit, then current is flowing in the circuit. So take voltage vector as reference vector. So this is the voltage vector. First it is drawn, then this current becomes 0 after 90 degree. So the current in this direction, this is the current vector. So current is lagging behind the voltage by pi by 2. that is current lagging the voltage by 90 degree. ठीक है? Okay. Now inductive reactance. Since we got equation Im is equal to Vm by omega L, we compare this Im is equal to Vm by omega L with Ohm's law equation. That Ohm's law equation is current is equal to voltage by resistance. So Ohm's law equation is current is equal to voltage by resistance. Here we get Im is equal to Vm by omega L. Then after comparing, we get that omega L as a effective resistance. And this effective resistance is offered by inductance. ठीक है? So the effective resistance offered by inductance is called inductive reactance, and it is denoted by XL. ठीक है? Therefore XL is equal to omega L is equal to 2 pi FL. ठीक है? So just now we got XL is equal to 2 pi FL. That means this is XL is inductive reactance, F is frequency of AC supply, L is inductance. Therefore inductive reactance is directly proportional to the frequency of AC supply and inductance. ठीक है? अभी हम लोग देखेंगे behavior of inductor in case of DC. For DC, F is equal to 0, that is frequency of supply is 0. Then XL is equal to 2 pi FL. In place of F we write 0. Then XL is equal to 0. So pure inductor offers 0 resistance to DC. ठीक है? अभी देखेंगे behavior of inductor in case of AC. For AC, F is the finite value. In India, F, that is frequency of AC supply, is 50 Hz. So XL is equal to 2 pi FL. In place of F, we write some finite value. So XL will be some finite value. Therefore, inductor offers some finite opposition, that is reactance to the flow of AC. Now we will find out the SI unit of inductive reactance. ठीक है? So since XL is equal to 2 pi FL and F is equal to 1 by T and VL is equal to L di by dt, here VL is induced voltage or induced EMF. From this relation we get L is equal to VL by di by dt. The unit of F is 1 by second because F is equal to 1 by T and T is measured in second. So unit of F is 1 by second. Unit of L is volt by ampere per second. See here, L is equal to VL by di by dt. So VL, unit of voltage is volt, and unit of current is ampere, unit of time is second. So after simplification here we get volt second by ampere. So unit of XL is unit of F into unit of L. See the equation here, XL is equal to 2 pi FL. So unit of XL is unit of F multiplied with unit of L. Therefore unit of F is 1 by second into unit of L is volt second by ampere. So second cancel, then we get volt by ampere. हम सबको पता है volt by ampere ओम होता है. So SI unit of XL is equal to ओम. ठीक है? अभी हम लोग ड्रॉ करेंगे XL वर्सेस F कर्व. हम सबको पता है XL is equal to 2 pi FL. If for a given inductor L is constant, that is fixed value, therefore XL is proportional to F. Taking F along x-axis and XL along y-axis, then if we draw the graph, then we will got a straight line which passes through the origin. This is the straight line which passes through the origin. Because XL proportional to F, that means when F is 0, XL is 0. When F is increasing, XL is also increasing. That means we have drawn this graph XL with respect to frequency. ठीक है? ओके, हम लोग अभी सीखेंगे डायमेंशनल फॉर्मूला कैलकुलेशन करने के लिए. सो डायमेंशनल फॉर्मूला ऑफ एक्सेल, हम सबको पता है एक्सेल इज इक्वल टू 2 पाई एफ एल एंड एफ इज इक्वल टू 1 बाई टी. VL is equal to L di by dt. Here VL is the induced EMF in L. So from this relation we get L is equal to VL into dt by di. So dimension of F is 1 by T. Here C relation F is equal to 1 by T. So dimension of F is 1 by T. हम सबको पता है L is equal to now VL into dt by di. So VL voltage and potential has same unit. So we know the relation potential is equal to work by charge. So in place of we write voltage work by charge into dt means time and di means current. So work is equal to force into displacement होता है. So in place of work we write force into displacement and time is same time divided by charge is current into time and current is written as same current. So here time cancel out, then we'll get force into displacement divided by current square, current into current square. हमको पता है कि डायमेंशन ऑफ L is equal to dimension of force into dimension of displacement divided by dimension of current square. So dimension of force is mlt inverse 2, dimension of displacement is L, dimension of current is A, and current square is A square. So after simplification here we will get dimension of L is equal to ml2 T inverse 2 A inverse 2. So dimension of XL is dimension of F into dimension of L. See in the equation XL is equal to 2 pi FL. So dimension of XL is equal to dimension of F into dimension of L. So dimension of F is 1 by T. Dimension of L is ML2 T inverse 2 A inverse 2. So after simplification here we will get ML2 T inverse 3 A inverse 2. ठीक है? अभी note. First now we'll draw the R versus F curve. R versus F curve. हम सबको पता है R does not change with the change of AC frequency. That means R is constant, that is some fixed value which does not depend on frequency. So taking frequency along x-axis and resistance along y-axis, if we draw the graph, then this graph is a straight line which is parallel to x-axis because this value of resistance R does not change with the change of frequency. So it is a straight line parallel to the x-axis. ठीक है? अभी हम लोग निकालेंगे डायमेंशनल फॉर्मूला ऑफ R. R means रेजिस्टेंस. हम सबको पता है R इज इक्वल टू V बाई I. सो वोल्टेज दैट इज पोटेंशियल, हम लोग को रिलेशन मालूम है, पोटेंशियल इज इक्वल टू वर्क बाय चार्ज. सो इन प्लेस ऑफ V वी राइट वर्क बाय चार्ज एंड हियर करंट इज सेम करंट. हम सबको पता है वर्क इज इक्वल टू फोर्स इनटू डिस्प्लेसमेंट एंड चार्ज इज इक्वल टू करंट इनटू टाइम and this current remain same. So the dimension of force is mlt inverse 2, dimension of displacement is L, dimension of current is A, dimension of time is T. Therefore the dimension of R is dimension of force into dimension of displacement divided by dimension of current into dimension of time into dimension of current. So putting their values, the dimensional values, will get dimension of R is equal to the dimension of force is ml T inverse 2 into dimension of displacement is L divided by dimension of current is A, dimension of time is T, dimension of current is A. So after simplification here, we'll get dimension of R is equal to ml 2 T inverse 3 A inverse 2. ठीक है। मेरा वीडियो आपको अच्छा लगा तो लाइक कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए और मेरा चैनल सौरभ क्लासेस को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग।